Here we are, 5 minutes with. What is it like being Thea Bombeek?
Well, that's very active in my mind. I'm always thinking, very reflective, looking, searching for meaning and searching for beauty.
How would you describe yourself in one sentence?
Somebody who is looking for meaning, very reflective and really intrigued by beauty and by the phenomenon of the human being. I want to understand life, people, myself also.
What do you think you are to spend time with, to hang out with?
Well, when people are together with me, I'm an historian of art from basic training, and I love all kinds of art, but especially literature, poetry, and so. And very often, when we have a conversation, poetry pops up, and I'm really very interested in sharing this beauty, like poetry or literature, with other people.
Do you live your life by a certain philosophy?
A philosophy I received from my parents was you have to do always the best you can. It does not need to be perfect, but reach high, and yeah, that's the philosophy that guide my actions.
What sort of upbringing did you have?
I'm from a big family. I'm the fourth of 5 siblings, and there were a lot of books at home, so my father read a lot, and we learned a lot to take our responsibility and to do the best we could. That was really the philosophy of our both parents.
How did you get where you are today?
Well, by working hard and by really choosing what I want. That was also my upbringing. My parents were rather strict and rather severe, so our freedom was limited. So we really had to choose our battles or choose the goals we wanted to achieve, and then really negotiate and gather, ask siblings to defend the goal we want to achieve, and that taught me to be really selective in the things I want to achieve. But if I put myself a goal, it can take a while, but once I go for it, I really achieve it.
And did luck play a role in your life, your career?
Luck, maybe, that's not the way I would put it. I more believe in the law of synchronicity, that things happen if you focus on a certain thing and you are open to that. Then you meet people in your life who help you with that. And yeah, it's my invitation, or I try to pay attention to that. So how can people support me, or to whom I can reach out to support me in achieving my goals?
And do you have a spiritual dimension to your life?
Yes, I really believe that there is something bigger or something transcendent in life, and for me that's important because that gives me a sense of belonging, a connectedness, and that brings purpose to my life.
What do you do to relax?
Walking, especially since Corona. I discovered, I walked already, but now I really go for my daily walk. Reading is also a way. I read a lot on coaching and leadership, but also just novels, because I believe that the mystery of the human being is way better described in novels than in professional literature. And then music is also very important in my life.
Do you have a hero? You have to choose only one.
Ooh, My husband is my hero. It is the way he lives his life. He's very zen. He's very centered. He takes life as it comes, and that private is he, and professionally, at the Hilsen is one of my big heroes. The diaries, they really formed me, developed me, and I have her in the back of my mind when I coach. Her approach and her openness to people is really something that inspires me a lot.
Do you have a favorite song, a favorite book, a poem, or a piece of art?
Yeah, poems a lot. I'm fond of Herman de Koning, Geert de Kokkeren, Stijn de Pape, but also David White, Mary Oliver. But for art, I'm very fond of the work of Roger Havel, because I have received not a litho, not a real painting from him for my 50th birthday, and it's in my office. And I really use it because he uses a lot of squares or mirrors, and the invitation for people to reflect and use a piece of art, that is really something that I admire in the work of Ravel, and also his very bright, vivid colors that bring color to life.
What sort of impact do you want your coaching, your consultancy to have?
Well, my soul mission, I call it, is that by bringing people in contact with art, to bring them in contact with their inner beauty so that they are able to live their purpose in their life in the best possible way.
And what is it like to coach?
Well, that's in alignment with that, and what the meaning of coaching for me is that really I have the possibility to have very in-depth relationship with my clients. I read their stories or I receive their stories, and I feel very privileged to receive that trust that people share really private things with me, where I see with my friends that they don't have this kind of contacts and not the frequency of these in-depth relationships. And for me, I told in the beginning, I want to understand myself, the other, the world, and that is a fantastic way to read in the books of other people's life.